Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Erin and this is your 15-minute yoga stretch for beginners. So nothing too strenuous. We're going to be nice and easy on the body and have a nice little stretch out. So just do what feels good for you. I'll give options to make it easier and harder. We're going to start today laying on our backs. So come to laying on your back and just draw soles of the feet towards the floor. Just take a moment to feel yourself in this space, so feel all points of contact between your body and the earth beneath you. Nice and grounded. Feel the rise and lower of the belly with the breath. And just try to keep your focus on the breath throughout the practice, so breathing in and out of your nose. And then we're going to draw the right knee into the chest, taking hold of the top of the knee with the hands, and then gently draw your right knee over to the right armpit, so outside of your right hip compression. Then you're going to flex the right foot as if you were standing on the ceiling with that right foot. You have the option to take the outside of this right foot with the right hand if you can reach. If not, you're grabbing the big toe or maybe the back of the thigh, but we want to try and keep that lower back pressing against the floor. Take an inhale, and then exhale, draw that right knee a little bit closer towards the right armpit, so all the way out to the side, we're getting to the inside of the right leg. So groin opening here. Big breath in, and exhale. Let's take one more. Keep kicking the right heel to the sky as you draw the right knee towards the floor. And then you're going to draw that right knee back to center. Place the right ankle on top of the left knee and we're in our figure 4 position. So you're either staying here or you're going to pick the left foot off the floor and then reach your hands through that left leg to grab the back of your left thigh. So we're getting to the outside of this right hip now. You're actively pressing the right knee away from you as you draw the left knee and right foot towards you. If you want even more, you can take hold of the front of that left knee with the hands, but again, we're working to keep that lower back on the floor. A couple more breaths here. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Keep pressing the right knee away. External rotation in that right leg. And then exhale, release the foot if you have it, release that knee. And then you're going to cross your right knee on top of your left. We're going for a spinal twist. If you can, you're taking your right foot behind the left calf and taking a double bind. If you can't do that, just cross the legs. Slight shift of the hips to the right and then take your knees to the left so the spine is nice and aligned. Right arm comes out on the right hand side, cactusing out that right arm. And then actively think of pressing your right shoulder blade down into the floor. Maybe you want to take the left hand on top of the right knee or thigh and then encourage the knees over to the other side. Maybe you're gazing over to that right hand as well if it feels okay in your neck. So extending the twist all the way up into the neck. Take one more deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Staying with the breath. Inhale, draw those knees back to center, unfurl the legs, and we'll take the other side. Left knee, drawing into the chest first. And then you take the left knee open as wide as you can, so you're getting outside of the hip compression in that left hip. Flexing the left foot, so you're standing that left foot on the ceiling, and then drawing the left knee towards the left armpit. If you want to straighten out this right leg as well, if you can, but keep pressing that lower back into the floor. Remember, you can take the left big toe or the back of the thigh, so try not to have hips lifting off the floor, just so you can grab hold of the outside of the foot. Keep pressing the lower back into the floor. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, bring yourself back to center, left ankle on top of right knee, either staying here, figure 4, or maybe you're starting to pick the right foot off the floor, reach the arms through the legs and reach for the back of the thigh, or in time, maybe the top of that right knee. Press the left knee away and keep flexing your left foot to protect the left knee. So we're staying active here. Even the belly is drawing in, the lower back is pressing against the floor. Big breath in. Right knee draws in even further. Exhale, press the left knee away. And then gently lower your right foot to the floor, release the hands from behind that leg, and then cross your left knee over your right. Double bind if you have it, if not, just cross the legs. Shift your hips slightly left first, and then knees go to the right. You might feel a few cracks in the spine, that's okay. And then cactus out that left arm on the left-hand side. Think of sending left shoulder blade into the floor. And the palm of the hand is facing up, so we're getting that external rotation in the shoulder. Looking to the left if it feels nice. Drawing the knees down with that right hand if it feels nice. Come back to the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Just release the left leg from the right. Knees drawing in towards each other, lower back presses into the floor. You're just going to use your core to lift yourself all the way up. And then we cross our feet, take our hands down, and send ourselves back to a cat-cow position. So all fours, shoulders stacking on top of wrists and hips on top of knees. On the inhale, we're just going to arch the spine, send the chest through the arms and lift the chin, look up. And then exhale, press the floor away and round down. Good guys, a couple more of those. Inhale, we arch. Exhale, we round. Last one, inhale, we arch. Exhale, we round. Nice. Bring yourself back to neutral spine. That right foot now is going to step in between the thumbs, so you can use the hand to move the foot if you need. And then you're sending your left toes over to the right hand side of the mat. So left shin parallel with the front of the mat. Your right elbow is coming on top of your right knee and your left arm is sweeping up and overhead. Then think of tucking your tailbone underneath you and pressing your hips towards the left-hand side of the mat as you send the left fingertips high. So you're getting a stretch on the inside of your left hip flexor and also all the way along the left-hand side of the body. Keep dropping the hips even lower, keep tucking the tailbone even more. Inhale. Good guys, exhale. Lower hands down now on the inside of your left foot. You're just going to heel toe that left foot out to the left-hand side and we're in our lizard lunge. So you can stay up on the fingertips here if that feels good, or you're going to start to lower yourself all the way down to your forearms. Maybe you allow that right knee to drop open. Maybe you allow yourself to come to the outer edge of that right foot, depending on how open you are in the hips. Keep thinking about sending the chest forwards. Find more length and more opening in this right hip. If you want a little bit more, you can think about picking up that left foot and we're going to circle the right arm up and over to take the outside of the foot with the right hand. And then you kick the foot into that right hand to draw the right shoulder open, so more open in the upper body, or you can draw the heel towards the bum and get more stretch through the quad and hip flexor. So depending on what you want, go there now. And we'll take one more deep breath. Try and stay active in the pose wherever you are. Keep kicking or pulling with that left foot. And then exhale, release the foot if you have it. Right hand on the inside of the right foot. You're just going to tuck the toes at the back and step your left foot forward now to the outside of the mat. Both toes out, both heels in. And both feet, good. We're in Malasana Yogi squat, so your elbows are pressing on the insides of the knees. Sending the weight to the outsides of the feet, nice long tailbone, shoulders draw down the back. Exhaling. A couple more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take an inhale here. On the exhale, just lower your hands down and lift your hips and come into a forward fold. So you can straighten the legs fully if that feels good, or if you want to, keeping the knees a little bit bent. Getting a stretch in the back of the hamstrings. Taking a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Allow length through the back of the neck, so you can nod the head yes, shake the head no, release any tension. One more. And then exhale, just heel toe those feet back in. You're going to step your right foot back, left foot back, lower your knees, and we're back in that all fours position. Inhaling, step your left foot forward in between the thumbs, and then send your right toes over to the left-hand side of the mat. We're taking this on the other side. So left elbow comes inside of the left knee, right arm sweeps up and over. Tuck the tailbone underneath, send the hips forward, and then send the right arm up and over. If you want a little bit more, left hand can come inside of that left foot. Big breath in. Keep sending that left knee open to the left-hand side. Big breath out. Good. Let's take one more deep breath here. Try and draw the belly in and close the ribs. And then exhale, lower your right hand down on the inside of your left foot. Spin those toes back and we're in our lizard lunge. So heel toe that left foot nice and wide. Coming to the hands or coming to the forearms. Or maybe forearms come onto a cushion or a yoga block, depending on what feels good for you. Again, sending the chest forwards. If that left knee wants to drop it open. Or come to the outer edge of that foot. Shoulders draw down the back. And above all else, we're staying with the breath. So take one more deep breath here. And exhale. If you want to go there, you can start to pick up those right toes at the back and circle the left arm up and over, taking the outside of the foot with the hand. Kick the foot into the hand to lift the chest. You're gazing back behind you. If you want to go for that quad hip flexor stretch, you're drawing the right foot in towards the right bum cheek. So notice what feels good in your body. Inhale, lift the chest, look back behind you if it feels okay in your neck. And then exhale, gently release that right foot down. You're just going to lower your left hand down, tuck the toes at the back, and then send your left foot back behind you, lower your knees and lower yourself all the way to your belly. We're just going to come to our Sphinx pose. So drawing your elbows underneath your shoulders, and then forearms are like the number 11, so nice and parallel. Draw the elbows back to send the chest forward and the chin draws in towards the collar, so we find length across the back of the neck. So getting an opening through the lower back now. Feet can be as wide as you want them to be. Try and let go of the glutes, but draw the belly in, so unlocking the pelvis, but protecting the lower back. Exhale. If you want to go a little bit further here, just take your hands about mat width apart, so diagonal with those forearms now. Press the floor away and lift the chest a little bit more. The further forward the hands are, the less intense, the further back they are, the more intense this back bend will be in the lower back. So do what feels good for you. If you want to drop your head back as well, that might feel nice. Getting an opening through the front of the neck. Inhale. And then exhale, lower yourself down onto your belly. Tuck your toes at the back. Send your hips back towards your heels and bring yourself into a child's pose. We're just going to take a few breaths here, so you can press the forehead against the floor, reach the arms forward. Knees can be wide or together depending on how it feels for you. So knees together will get you a little bit more into your lower back. Knees wide will get you a little bit more into the inner thighs. Take a couple more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And then gently just bring yourself out of that child's pose. You're just going to sit onto your left or right hip and then swing the legs forwards. We're going to come into a forward fold here. So reaching your arms up towards the sky, you can sit yourself up on a yoga block if you need. And exhale, we're just going to take a passive fold over the legs. So that means we're not going to pull ourselves down. We're just going to allow the weight of gravity to pull our body down over the legs. Maybe the backs of the hands come to the floor. Or if you're fairly high up, that's okay as well. We're just getting an opening through the back of the spine. Maybe the backs of the legs as well. So nice and passive means letting go, surrendering, just allow the body to be where it is without any analysis or judgment. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. See if you can release a little bit more on the exhale. Exhale, draw that lower belly in. Then inhale gently and slowly, just roll yourself up. And then we're going to roll all the way down onto our back and just take a moment in our final resting pose, Shavasana. So you can take your feet wide, arms wide, and palms of the hands facing up. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out of your mouth. Allow the body to become even heavier into the floor. And I'm just going to leave you here in your Shavasana, guys, to stay as long as you need, really letting yourself go, focusing on the breath and trying to find a little bit of stillness. But thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you next time. Namaste.